Hi, this is the Professional Amateur Hour coming to you with another review. And it's the time of the month where I revisit this Dinosaur DVD that I got at Walmart for 5 buckaroons. And so this time we're doing KILLERSAURUS. And this 2015 movie was directed by Steve Lawson and stars Julian Boot, Kenton Hall, and Stephen Dalton, among others, of course. The story of this movie is that there's this research lab and they're researching like bioprinting. It's kind of like 3D printing but with cells. And so they're doing like fingers or mice or whatever. And then they decide to kind of bioprint a dinosaur, a T-Rex. And so they do that, and then it kills like most of the people in the research facility. And of course, everything gets shut down. It's all kind of left alone. And then like 3 or 4 months later, one of the ex-employees has some regret about it. So she and her boyfriend, who's a journalist, go back to the facility and discover that the dinosaur is still there. What will happen though? Well, for that, you gotta watch the movie and find out. Alright, so let's discuss this movie. So what works with it? Well, it is a low budget movie, and I'm not gonna hold that against it. Most of it just takes place, in an office or in front of this door. But I will say that the story works. It certainly follows the story curve where, you're building tension, you have rising action, a climax, and all that different type of stuff. So it is easy just to go along with it. You're exposed to more facts and more details. And it does, provide more interest as it goes along. So the story is perfectly fine in this one. In addition, I do think the idea of this movie is fun. Like 3D printing a dinosaur, like that's just a fun idea to go along with. And certainly, I can go along with it too. So that also works. And that brings me to what doesn't work with this movie. Well, unfortunately, it is a lot of people just talking in rooms, or they're talking in front of like a warehouse door or something like that. And so it's just them talking and talking and talking. What they're talking about is, somewhat interesting, but at the same time, you want to see them actually do the 3D printing. You don't want to just hear them talk about it or the passcodes or whatever they're talking about. You want to see some type of, movement in this other than just people talking. There is one of the main characters, and I don't think I actually saw them ever stand up. Like they just sit in their chair the whole time in their office or in this like little laboratory. And so that is certainly an issue. It kind of creates a more dull movie, unfortunately, because there's very little action that way. It's all just people talking in rooms. So it is what it is. In addition, the dinosaur doesn't look good. I'll say that. It's not clear ever. It's drenched in this like red light. It's hard to see. And the CGI on it doesn't really look like a dinosaur. I think they explain it like it's spliced with some animal or something. But it just doesn't look good. And it's very much just never on screen as well. So if you're trying to like anticipate this dinosaur ever, you're just disappointed with what is shown to you. And so the dinosaur is certainly one of those things that just drags this movie down because it's all about the dinosaur, and then the dinosaur is not very good. So what else can I tell you? As for my recommendation, well, I would not recommend this movie unless, of course, you have this DVD. And even if you have this DVD, probably make it the last one that you watch because it is kind of dull, I'll say that. And so, yeah, that's kind of what I thought about it. As for my rating, well, I thought this movie was very meh, so I'll give it the rating of 3. It's probably a good movie if you just want to have something on, in front of you while you play on your phone or iPad or whatever. And so, yeah, just very, very much a meh movie. And with that being said, I think that's all I wanted to say. So like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.